Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online. And today I want to talk to you about the most important sound in any language. In any language, whether it's German, whether it's Cantonese, whether it's English, whether it's French, whether it's Mandarin, what is the most important sound of any language? And the most important sound of any language to someone speaking that language is their own name. That's the most important sound. I'm rereading the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People right now by Dale Carnegie. And as I was reading this morning, I was reading about Andrew Carnegie. Rick, good morning, brother. So I was reading about Mr. Andrew Carnegie this morning, and they talked about how they called him the Steel King. He was called the Steel King, but he himself knew very, very little about steel. Now, Josh, good morning, buddy. He had hundreds of people that worked for him that knew a whole lot about steel, but here's what he got really good at. He got good at learning how to deal with people. And they said that it was a lesson that he learned when he was 10 years old. Good morning, Jeannie. It was a lesson he learned when he was 10 years old that helped him to go out and get good at dealing with people. See, when he was 10 years old, he found himself a rabbit. He found himself the mother rabbit, and before you know it, he actually had a bunch of little rabbits, a bunch of little baby rabbits. The problem was he didn't have the money to go out and feed the rabbits. So he went to the neighborhood kids, and here's what he said to them. He said, listen, kids in the neighborhood, if you go out and help me get enough clovers and daisy lines to feed the rabbits, I'm going to actually name the rabbit after you. Each one of you will have a rabbit named after you. So the kids in the neighborhood are like, wow, if I get the dandelions, if I get the clovers to the rabbit's going to be named after me. And because of the significance of somebody's name, even as a little kid, here's what those kids did. They went out and they got the dandelions and they got the clovers to feed the rabbits. And sure enough, the rabbits were named after the kids that went out and fed them. And it was powerful. And that was a lesson that he learned. Good morning, Kathy. That was a lesson he learned when he was 10 years old that he went and then applied into business. And years later, as the Steel King, Andrew Carnegie, was trying to sell steel to the Pennsylvania Railroad, the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad was Edgar Thomson. Edgar Thomson was the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad. And when Mr. Andrew Carnegie built a big steel mill, guess what he went out and he named the steel mill? He named the steel mill after Edgar Thomson, the Edgar Thomson Steel Works. Now, Edgar Thomson didn't own the steel mill, but Mr. Andrew Carnegie good morning, Joanne, wanted to sell to the Pennsylvania Railroad, so he literally named his steel mill after the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad. And when Edgar Thomson went to go out and buy steel for his railroad, do you think that he went out and bought it from Sears and Roebuck? No, he bought it from the Edgar Thomson Steelworks. See, that principle, utilizing somebody's name, is one of the most powerful things that you can go out and do in business. Something that's simple, something that's easy to do. But remember, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. So today, remember the sweetest name, the sweetest sound in any language, and that's somebody's name. And I was reading this morning about people that as they met people, used their name multiple times in conversations to force themselves to remember somebody's name. So when you meet somebody today, get their name, ask them, if they've got a hard to pronounce name, ask them to say it again, ask them to spell it for you, and make a point to remember people's names. Today, use people's names. That's the most powerful sound in any language. So drop a comment that says, I will remember their name. Drop a comment that says, I will remember their name. And if you get good enough at remembering their name, people are going to get good at remembering your name because of the way that you've gone out and made people feel. Why are we talking about Andrew Carnegie today? Why do people remember his name? Why was he who he was in business? Because how he was with people and how good he got at remembering people's names. So The old song says, remember the name. So here's what you got to do. I will remember the name today. So God bless everybody. Hit the share button if you think somebody else can get something out of today's video. Again, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online. I will remember the name today, and I will see you tomorrow. So have an incredible Friday. Jeannie, I see you. You're remembering the names. Rick, I see you. Joanne, I see you committed to remembering the names today. Peter Fernandez, good morning, brother. You're on fire. You're always on fire. Remember the name, and people will remember your name. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.